So not the Hot Toys Star Wars release I was expecting. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Brother Cousin's Toy Reviews, and that's right, I am back with the news. Some interesting news, kind of. We know we've been getting a lot of stuff from Hot Toys over the last couple of days. They did drop that League of Legends figure along with Miles G. Morales late Sunday evening to Monday morning. So late last night, they gave us an announcement because we all know Star Wars Celebration is upon us, and they do have a Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out. So they decided to drop this guy right here. That's right, Grogu in a sack. Reissue. Or is it a reissue? Let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy right here. And I mean, if you're familiar with the Grogu or the child figures, the life-size ones, it was really good. It did have like it did have some problems. The original release had a whole thing with the jawline ripping and stuff like that. Remember that? And then some people said they also had problems with like the eyes or something. I've never had any problems with the eyes on mine, so I don't know what that whole thing was, but I do remember the jaw having a problem. They had a movable jaw, and if you had the jaw if you had the jaw open or closed, if you had the jaw closed for too long, the bottom of the chin would rip. So that had a problem. So I don't know. It looks like they did some retooling on this one. So let's jump in and see what it looks like. And man, it looks good. It definitely looks good. And I think what Hot Toys is doing right here for this one is they're doing a whole thing. I think this is kind of aimed to the cosplayers a little bit. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? You get this cool sack that comes with Grogu, and you can have him in the sack when you're at a con or, and when you're cosplaying. So this is pretty cool. I do think it's amazing. Let's go look at it. Oh, moved a little too quick. There he is, Grogu right there. I'm not sure if the mouth moves on this one. Let's read it real quick. Let's see. Hot Toys excited. Nice detail. Designed with a body articulation, arms, legs for the character to pose realistically, and carefully tailored fabric robe, crossbody bag that any Grogu parent can use to travel with Grogu as a clan of two everywhere and without boundaries. Yep. So yeah, this one doesn't look like it has the movable jaw. Looks like they got rid of that. Because we don't see it anywhere just yet. But you do get his little raggedy skirt. You get that. You get the crossbody here. I believe it'll probably have a whole bunch of hands, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. But no, it looks good. It looks good. Like the original Grogu from Hot Toys looked good. We know Sideshow did this. Some people say that the Sideshow version, they preferred the Sideshow version, which was more of a statue than an actual figure. This is a figure. So when it comes to statues and figures, me personally, I prefer figures because you can always change the articulation and stuff like that. This looks good. This really looks good. You see those big eyes right there. And you can almost see the reflection of the camera in that left eye right there. Just showing you how glassy those eyes are. Looks like the ears are actually seamless this time because they had little seams on the side where you could switch out those ears, but the ears right now look seamless. So I don't know. It looks like you're getting, they look seamless. It looks like you're getting only one variation of ears, which I think some people would be excited for that. That's the thing with these releases. Hot Toys always does a thing where it's like they give and they take away. They take away and they give, With this one, you're getting the crossbody, but you're not getting the ears and you're not getting the movable jaw, the extra ears in the movable jaw. So, they just got to do what makes sense. I guess for them in the company, by the way, they just got to do what makes sense. But here he is doing poses. You got the typical Force pose right there, head turned to the side, him doing a Force Force using the Force, looking good. Got him holding the crossbody bag. And that bag, I mean, looking at the bag does look kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like the best quality, but you know, it is what it is. Man, it looks good. Definitely looks good. Good looking figure. There he is. You get some cute photos with him in the bag right there, looking cool. This is awesome. I do think this is awesome. I think this is a proper reissue. I do. It's a reissue, let's be honest. But the original one, like I said, you're not gonna get the one that has the open mouth and the extra arms and stuff like that. So if you have that version, that's, I mean, still kind of holds its value in my opinion. The original one, you know, if you got a good version that doesn't have a jaw that rips, you got a good version, you know. Him in the bag looks cool, nice, very nice. There he is. So like I said, this is something that I can definitely see them selling. If it would make sense if they sold this at like Disney, if they sold this like in the parks. I could see this selling like gangbusters in the parks. People would go crazy. Kids would go crazy. Adults would go crazy. And then your cosplayers, you know, everybody dressing up as Den would love this. This looks cool. There, you know what I'm saying? There he is. There he is. I mean, it's actually, I mean, you can almost consider this, you know, Hot Toys fashion in a way. You know what I'm saying? It is Hot Toys fashion because you may have some people just walk out with your Grogu in a crossbody. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see girls doing this. I can definitely see the young ladies out there doing this, or, you know, young guys, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? I can see you, you know, if you're a Star Wars fan, you're a Grogu fan, I can definitely, you know, see people doing this. Definitely. If I was a little kid, absolutely. I would walk out in public with my Grogu. Absolutely. But I'm a too much of an adult to do that, and I'm sure there's laws against that. But anyway, nah, man, it looks cool. It definitely looks cool. Like, I would do this, but I would have to do the whole cosplay. I go to like Awesome Con is in a couple of weeks for everybody that's in the DMV area. So I could definitely, I would definitely dress up as Den and go in Awesome Con rocking my Grogu just like this. That would be dope. That would be cool. That would definitely cool. And the chicks would dig it. So here you are. You got the crossbody bag. Size to fit Grogu, life-size collectible figure. There you go. And the bag looks decent. It's a decent looking bag. Not gonna lie, it's decent. But you know, what do you want? What do you want from a toy company? So here's everything. So yeah, they took away the arms. They took away the arms and they took away the movable jaw. And they gave you a bag. That's what they did. But, you know, it's cool that we have another Grogu on the market, especially for the upcoming movie, because it's been kind of like quiet. You know, this character hasn't had the same fire that it had when we first saw Grogu in 2019. You know, everybody was excited from 2019 to about 2022. It was all about Grogu. We were saying, oh my God, he's going to be the new Mickey Mouse. The Grogu. And then things have kind of calmed down. You know, you haven't had too many people say too much about this character. So with this new movie coming out, totally makes sense that they would have another Grogu life-size version on the market. Like I said, this is something that they can sell in the parks, something that they can sell and get a lot of people interested in. I believe the Sideshow one is still available. I believe it is. Let me see. Let's look at that. Let's see if the Sideshow one is still a thing, because I think it is. I think they still have that one, but I mean, the Hot Toy. If I was going to get a Grogu, if I was going to get a life-size one, it would be this one right here. Because like I said, you could do the cosplay, and the quality of life of the figure. You don't have to worry about the jaw. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about that. Even though I thought that was an interesting little, the child. Let me put that in. That was an interesting little detail that they added, for that particular version. But I think it caused more trouble than what they wanted. So there you go. Yes, Sideshow still has theirs available. and 380. So they're still having theirs available 380. Get the pretty girl just admiring it. It's like, he's so cute. You know, you can just hear her saying that. Those sideshow pictures always kill me. They just make their people just look so happy. But yeah, there's the sideshow one. If you're looking at it, if you're looking at having a Grogu. Now the thing is, some people feel that this one actually looks better than the Hot Toys version. And in some way, I do think this one is more accurate in a way. I do. But I think the Hot Toys one is way cuter, if that makes any sense. I think the Hot Toys one is way cuter than this one. But I think the sideshow one is actually what the puppet really looks like. And I remember them saying that they worked with the people to, you know, make it look that way. So it looks good, man. I mean, yeah, that's the sideshow one. Let's go back to this one. But like I said, the value is here with this one. You get the bag. You can do cosplay with them. You could take them out in the world. Even if you're not doing cosplay, who cares? You know what I'm saying? If you want to rock Grogu in a crossbody and rock through the mall with them, you know, I'm sure you're going to, even, you know, guy or girl, whatever age, you will definitely turn heads. You know what I'm saying? You would definitely turn heads. You're going to have some people like, is that dude crazy? You're going to have some people like, oh my God, oh shit, it's Grogu. You know what I'm saying? Especially one that looks as realistic as this. So you're going to have fun regardless. And that's all it means, man. Just having fun. So that's that. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Remember to like, share, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications and all that good stuff. I'll see you later.